I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's warning signs going off in the background. And what does that have to do with you in sales? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from San Diego, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about the warning signs that are going off for you as a salesperson. Okay, so the warning signs for you as a salesperson is you're gonna have to figure out how in the world you're gonna do your own lead gen. You're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna bring clients in to get them to do business with you. And you know, one of the biggest mistakes that I see salespeople make consistently is they don't understand that as a salesperson, you're your own mini business owner. This means that you're gonna have to do some stuff that most people don't wanna have to do in order for you to be the top-notch salesperson, to be out there to really help yourself. And one of those is you might have to advertise. You might have to find a way for you to pay for your own leads. And it could be that you go to Google, it could be that you go to the Facebook or to the Instagram and you target the people who you're buying. Now, if you're a smart salesperson, what you're gonna start paying attention to is all of the similarities that you're going to find about a buyer. You know, I'm here in San Diego and right behind me is the hotel that I'm at today for the class I'm taking because I'm here for Traffic and Conversion Summit. And it's funny because like I'll talk to marketers and they're smart people. They're like, Scott, what are you doing here? And I'm like, hey, look, lead gen is gonna be the way of the future. Like, this isn't me just saying this. I mean, when I was in the insurance business in the early 2000s, we were required to be our own agency. We were required to go out and get our own clients. This isn't something new, but it's gonna be like for you, oh my goodness, something way easier because you can target people. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if you make a list of the type of people who buy from you, you start making notes of the type of cars that they have, the places that they eat, the TV shows that they watch, you could build a buyer's demographic. You could build a segment. Right? And there's probably like 3 or 4 main segments for your buyer, for whatever they purchase, for whatever they do. But like, if you're paying attention, you can gather this information, and this information is gold. It's a huge nugget. And the data that you can acquire is the thing that's going to help you move sales forward. And you know, you want to distinguish yourself from a salesperson, from a closer to a performer. You're going to have to do the things that salespeople they really don't want to do. And so, like, a lot of times salespeople will go to their company and they'll be like, I run my own company, Sales Incorporated, but I want you to do all the heavy lifting. I want you, business owner, to support me and do everything, which is cool to the extent of what happens when you start having problems with that company. What happens when there's policy changes? What happens if there's issues inside of the company and you're like, oh, now I want to leave, but I kind of like what I have going on here, but I really don't like what's going on, but I kind of like what's going on. You have the capability of being like, you know what, peace out, Girl Scout. I got my own leads, I got my own people. And you go to another company and they're like, hey, new sales guy, what do you have to bring to the table? And you're like, what do I got to bring to the table? Well, you know, here's the thing. I get my own leads. And so if you're in an industry where the company gives them to you, you might get paid extra money to get your own leads. So, like, I want you to think about this. A lot of times in-home sales pays an extra 2%. The standard average for getting paid, let's say it's 10% on $10,000, okay? And so you get an extra 2%, your commission is $1,000 plus an extra $200. Maybe you should reinvest that money into your Sales Incorporated and go do some lead gen. But what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take some classes. You're gonna have to spend some of your own money. You're gonna have to go out. There's plenty of fantastic people out there. There's plenty of classes. You know, Facebook teaches their classes for free, and then once you get things going, you can escalate and go get a trainer and a coach, and then if that goes good, then you get your next coach, and then you get your next trainer. But the mistake today is to think that, like, you know, I'm gonna wait for a company to get me leads forever, and eventually, the warning signs are going off, right? I don't know if you can hear that or not. The warning signs are going off again. Eventually, that companies are going to start pulling away from salespeople and saying, like, now you have to bring your own leads in, like when I was in the insurance business, right? And sometimes for new people, warning. Sometimes for new people, they have to acquire a certain amount of leads and sales before a company's going to give them, you know, their goal. So there you go. I'm coming to you live from San Diego today. Figured it'd be a perfect day to talk about leads and a perfect day to talk about you and what you're going to have to do moving forward to acquire your own clients. You're going to, right? You're going to want to, because then that makes you invincible when it comes to somebody else trying to take your job. Because remember, you could leave if things aren't going good. So learn some Facebook ads, learn some Google ads, tons of classes, like maybe $30, maybe $40 for you to get some goods, right? Implement, make some money, buy the $100 class, implement, make some money, buy the $500 class, implement, make some money, pay the $1,000, $2,000, implement, make some money, get a coach, get a mentor, right? Like, just start stacking your money and learn how to create your own leads. That's perfect. Like, the warning sign's over when I'm done with the video, right? There you go. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out. That's right, you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.